Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Sunday, October 30th, 2016 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is "Into my depths I go to harness my power and inspire my soul." I like that one. And today we have a new moon in Scorpio. So the new moon is a time of rebirth, especially when we're in Scorpio, which is the sign of death and rebirth, transformation, empowerment, energy. And so this new moon is happening at 10:38 a.m. Pacific time. It is happening at 7 degrees in Scorpio. So that means the new moon is when the sun and the moon are lined up. And I'm going to start with the Sabian symbol, and then I'm going to get into all that comes from the Sabian symbol. And I'm actually going to read a little bit of the information that they have with the Sabian symbol. Sabian symbol, appropriately for this degree, for 7 degrees Scorpio, is deep sea divers. And it says the will to explore the hidden depths of all experiences and search for primordial causes. Primordial causes. We've been talking about the primordial ooze, and here it is, the primordial causes. And we're going to get into the ancestral stuff with a little of the cards later. It's coming to terms with the collective, unconscious, and its contents. It's a quest for understanding what lies under the surface waves of daily living. This quest may lead to great dangers. It demands a strong will and good breathing, a degree of spiritual strength. It usually challenges powers hidden in the depths of the unconscious. And this is so perfect for everything that was coming through in this energy. And I don't know where to start with all of this, but I think the energy mantra is where to start. I'm going to go through it again. Into my depths I go to harness my power and inspire my soul. And so in this deep sea diving with this new moon, what we have an opportunity to do is recognize how much of the unconscious is present in our conscious lives. Meaning everything that we do, even if we're like, this is my motivation, this is that. If there is unconscious energy, and there is, we all have it. If there is unconscious energy, that unconscious energy is at play. As we set intentions, even with the highest and the best intentions, if there's subconscious energy underlying going on, that is at play. And this is why we do what we do. This is why we go into the depths. This is why we look at those things that we may not like to look at within ourselves, because that unconscious is not known, but it is always trying to make itself known. So the more we come into it, the more we bring our consciousness, the more we bring our light to those depths, to those energies, the less it can pull that rug out from under us. This is why we do the work. And one of the things that came forth that I was like, oh, this feels so good, is we take what we've been repressing. A lot of that stuff in the unconscious and the subconscious is that which has been repressed. We are going to that and we bring what has been repressed into the energy of ascension. We bring it to the light. We bring it to the surface. And a lot of times it just has to be cleaned up a little bit. It just has to be understood. It's like, one of my favorite practices is taking negative energies within us, whatever it may be. So one of mine that I work with is the energy of lack. And you give it a little face, you give it a little name, you give it a body. Mine looks like a little purple fluffball monster, but a cute one like that you would see in Monsters, Inc. And then you start talking to lack. And then you're like, lack, where did you come from? And you see lack is this ancestral pattern. Lack isn't evil. It's just this ancestral pattern that just needs to be updated with ascended, into higher energy. So we go in there to ascend the energy. It also reminded me of what dreams may come. You go in there, you go into those places, you go into that thing that you fear to bring the resurrection. And this is the energy of Scorpio. This is why Scorpio is so powerful, because Scorpio energy is willing to go there. It's like, I see it, I'm willing to go there, and I know that I own this amazing power within me. We all do. The power of our light, the power of love that can go in there and just shift these circumstances amazingly. But first it takes the bravery, the decision to go into the depths. And this new moon is bringing us that energy. What I love is that our intuition is off the hook in this energy. We have Mercury connecting to Neptune right before we have the new moon. And this really is asking us to embrace the unfamiliar, embrace our intuition, embrace that place of the unknowing, consciously, and then letting what we really know on this soul level, because the soul knows so much. Your soul is like, I got you. I know your path this lifetime. You're all good. You're on it. But it helps us embrace that energy. What I love about this too is we still have Neptune retrograde in Pisces, and Mercury in Scorpio is, making the unconscious conscious. I have seen this a lot, and this is in one of the cards that I have. I will pull it right now and show you right now, the Sleeping Beauty card. It's taking ancestral patterns that we have and bringing them to the consciousness. And I have had this popping off the hook like crazy. If there are patterns in your life that you can't identify, like, I don't know where it comes from. I've had many of those. Like, where does it come from? A lot of times it's past life, but a lot of times there's also an ancestral cord that you can pull on and start understanding and clearing and healing with yourself. So that's beautiful. And then the new moon is connecting to both Mercury and Neptune. So we've got this beautiful watery energy. And the water, water is kind of like a crystal. It shows us all. It reflects it all back to us. We just have to be willing to look. We have to be willing to go into those places that are beckoning, those places, whether it's a trigger or whether it's a curiosity within you, these things come up to help you get into those places so we can resurrect. So this card, I'm gonna get into it. The Sleeping Beauty card. So we know that story. What's her name? Maleficent wasn't invited to her baptism, I guess, or whatever, when she was born, and she was really mad, and she cursed the Aurora, and like, you're gonna prick your finger on a spindle, and then the other fairies were like, no, you're not gonna die, you're just gonna sleep until true love awakens you. True love awakening you, the true love for yourself awakening you. But what this card is saying, the curse shall be broken, time will lead to an awakening, the forest protects you, the sins of the parents. This is reminding us, the parents, it wasn't even necessarily a sin. They don't know the reason why they didn't invite her. Whether it was they were afraid of her, fear, it's a normal thing. Whether they didn't have the funds, there's the lack. Whether they just forgot, the unconsciousness, all of these things that we all carry within us. But we then take it and it gets magnified in us, and then we heal this energy. Inherited guilt, generational patterns activated, ignoring the consequences, willfully hiding that truth, the repression energy. But Sleeping Beauty is saying, true love's kiss, which you can offer yourself, any of these shadow parts of yourself, will liberate you from this energy. What a good intention for this new moon, to be liberated from the shadows that are holding you back right now, from these ancestral patterns that are holding you back right now. What is done in the dark will be brought to the light. It's time to release the past through your consciousness. This is the silence card, but you look there and this is this energy activated in this face right there. Your intuition knows. Here's the eagle. It's the card of possibilities, but that eagle, it sees from this higher perspective. It sees the larger perspective. And then these other cards that I have too, I have 2 3s. I have guidance, and then I have the Empress, the creativity and guidance cards. But these together is like, show up for yourself. This is the card of being a mother, nurturing yourself, nurturing these shadows, bring them to light, kiss them, true love's kiss, and allow your guides to help move you in and through this energy. The last card I have for this is the Ghost of the Pumpkin Patch. Happy almost Halloween. Count your blessings. And I'm going to read her message directly. Something that is a blessing is being overlooked. It appears cloaked and almost invisible to you. You must stand in your field, that is to say your life. Look around you and see all that has been given to you again and give thanks for it. You're forgetting how much you truly have and how much you will have again and again. My time is the harvest. It is now your time to bring in our harvest, the joy, the love, what you have so much of, and share your abundance. And I think this is also, saying these things you're avoiding, these things that need resurrection, these energies that need to come into the light, they need to be ascended, these are blessings as well. And they are gifting you such incredible gifts. It's just your willingness to be true and go there. And have no fear. Be fearless. Or maybe not be fearless. Acknowledge your fear. Let your fear be that ghost and be like, okay, I get it, but let's do this anyway. Let's have an adventure. Let's go in, because the better it gets, the better it gets. So that's it for today, but I have my reading sale going on $30 for 25 minutes. You can get that at GaiaBlooming.com, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.